All right, welcome in. I just got done with a long show, and now I'm going to do a little shorter one of my own. The 49ers' biggest quarterback concerns for this 2023 season. We talk about the possibilities, and the 49ers do have some optionality at that QB position. There is upside between all three of these main candidates, and I know they have a fourth one in Brandon Allen. But I also want to talk about the potential downside with all three quarterbacks. And this will maybe give us something that the 49ers can brace themselves against with all these quarterbacks. We'll start with the leader in the clubhouse, the likely starter, Brock Purdy. The big caveat, the big asterisk here is obviously health or lack thereof. He's coming back from a torn UCL. And although everything seems to be on track so far, it is only July 7th. The season opener is September 10th in Pittsburgh. Is everything still going to be on track come September 10th, which is what? About 2 months away right now. And earlier than that, because Brock Purdy is going to have to ramp up throughout training camp and then the preseason. Anytime a quarterback is coming off of a torn elbow and a surgery to repair that torn elbow, as Brock Purdy had with the internal brace technique, there should be some level of concern regarding his health. Again, so far everything has gone well, but we're going to be watching this really closely over the next couple months. If we want to talk about an actual football aspect of Brock Purdy's game, it is his pocket presence. Last season, he was really good improvising, especially earlier in his excellent run as the 49ers quarterback. But then opponents noticed something. They noticed that Brock Purdy would often bail the pocket a little bit early. And when he bailed the pocket, he tended to bail to his left. And as a right handed quarterback, he had to reset his entire body to throw downfield. And Purdy became much less efficient when defenses intentionally overloaded the right side with rushers to force Brock Purdy to roll out to his left. The 49ers want Brock Purdy to stay within the structure of Kyle Shanahan's offense more often. To do this, they want him to step up in the pocket more often. On the play where Brock Purdy got hurt, where he did tear up his elbow when Hassan Reddick hit him coming around Tyler Kroft on the right side, which you would expect opponents to do based on tendencies last year, Brock Purdy did not step up in the pocket, and the 49ers needed him to. So pocket presence is the next step in Brock Purdy's development because defenses are going to adjust or continue adjusting to his success. And the way to do that is to keep on doing what ultimately knocked Brock Purdy out of the NFC Championship game last year. Rush him from the right. Potential pitfall is that he's not the tallest quarterback. If you're not that tall, you don't like to step up in the pocket. You like to bail the pocket. But Purdy is going to have to become better at stepping up in the pocket. The 49ers pass protection is going to have to be better at opening up lanes for him. Shanahan is going to have to be better at allowing that to happen. That is the big concern. That's the big challenge for Brock Purdy moving into 2023. Let's move on to Trey Lance. For Trey, the big issue is mechanics, and that ties directly into accuracy or a lack thereof. Trey Lance is the least accurate 49ers quarterback as of right now, based on his track record in the past. The motion was too loopy. The motion was too inconsistent, as we saw it previously, for him to be a QB that can complete above, let's say, 65% of his passes. It was also an issue in college, but you can get away with a lot more at North Dakota State than you can in the National Football League. Trey Lance worked with Jeff Christensen to shorten his release, which was also a problem since it was loopy, since it was elongated. It was just taking Trey too long to get rid of the football. That's bad news because NFL edge rushers will hunt you down if you give them an extra half second. And NFL defensive backs will also prey on passes if it takes a half second longer to get out of your hands. So Lance has been working on tightening up the release. I think that he showed, and this is why the 49ers drafted him so high. Kyle Shanahan loved his ability to process a pro-style offense the way that Kyle Shanahan wants a pro-style offense to be processed. So decision-making, reading from the pocket, all that stuff has never been a critical concern with Trey Lance. It's been the mechanics. And the 49ers invested in him because they believed that they could fix those mechanics because he was so raw. But that still makes them a concern, right? They just didn't disappear as a concern because the 49ers picked him. And they're an even bigger concern now because injuries have cost Lance essentially the first 2 seasons of his NFL career. And it was supposed to be reps that allowed him to shake off a lot of this mechanical rust and develop good habits. And he hasn't gotten those reps over the course of the past 2 seasons. Now, though, since Trey has been hurt, Brock Purdy has stolen the show and potentially stolen his chance at those reps, which is why he's in between a rock and a hard place. But the NFL is a tough place to succeed, to rise up the pecking order, to earn a job. Trey Lance wouldn't be the first player to lose an opportunity because he got hurt. So he just has to compete as hard as he can now. In training camp, he has to show that some of those mechanical improvements that he made with Jeff Christensen, who also happened to be Jimmy Garoppolo's quarterback coach, some of those release improvements, Trey Lance has to show that he's made them so he can put himself in position to earn playing time if that playing time does become available to him in the 2023 season. Finally, Sam Darnold. I'm not going to talk about Brandon Allen in this video. I know he's on the roster, but we're talking about the big three, Purdy, Lance, and Darnold. For Darnold, it's accuracy and decision-making that both have to be better. Sam Darnold has thrown a lot of interceptions. The one thing, though, is that his interception rate was extremely high with the Jets. It was high early on with Carolina, but then it really dipped last year below NFL average, as in good. He was throwing fewer picks last year for Carolina in those 6 games to end the season. So the decision-making got better for Sam Darnold. The accuracy got better for Sam Darnold. Now can it continue to get better? Why did it get better in 2022? Well, Carolina ran an offense that is similar to what the 49ers run. They like to run positionless skill position players. A lot of receivers running the football, a lot of backs coming out of the backfield, a lot of versatility that Sam Darnold was able to unlock into efficiency by short area accuracy. That's what the 49ers offense is all about. He was setting up yards after the catch with Carolina. He's going to be asked to set up yards after the catch with the 49ers. That's why Kyle Shanahan believes that Sam Darnold is going to be in a situation that is best suited for success, at least relative to where Darnold was before. Is this going to be true? We're going to see. But Sam Darnold has to make sure that he leaves the high INT days, the bad decision days of the New York Jets and the early part of his Carolina tenure in the rearview mirror. Perhaps the most promising part of Sam Darnold's performance last year with Carolina was that it came without Christian McCaffrey. By the time that Darnold started those final 6 games of the season, McCaffrey was already with the 49ers. McCaffrey obviously is the ultimate versatile piece in the NFL that can make quarterbacks better. Now Darnold is going to have a chance to play with McCaffrey again. So he had success with the Panthers, and he's even better set up with success for the 49ers. That's why they signed him, but he still has to overcome the potential pitfalls that I have listed on the screen. All right, those are the 49ers' biggest quarterback concerns. Hope you enjoyed the show. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. We'll talk to you all next time.